Despite the new constitution of 1791, France remained in a state of turmoil. Along with King Louis XVI, the nobles and the clergy started a counter-revolution to regain their status. Support from the neighboring countries was also sought. King Louis XVI entered a secret pact with Prussia to crush the Third Estate's revolution. Anticipating their move, the new National Assembly of France declared war against Prussia and Austria. Large sections of the French population joined the war of the people against kings and aristocracies across Europe. Like all wars, the Revolutionary War too brought difficult times and a severe economic crisis. Men spent most of their time fighting wars. Women had to earn a living and look after their families. Enraged by poverty, people from less prosperous sections of society began to form small political clubs to discuss government policies and plan a course of action. The Jacobins, led by Maximilien Robespierre, formed one of the most prominent of these clubs. Many Jacobins started wearing long striped trousers like dock workers. They became famous as sans culottes, which meant those without the knee breeches. It was a way to proclaim that power was no longer restricted to the nobles who typically wore knee breeches. Men also wore a red cap that symbolized liberty. Shortage of food supplies and high food prices provoked the Jacobins to plan an insurrection of the Parisians in 1792. They stormed the palace of Tuileries, killed the king's guards, and took the king and queen hostage. The assembly voted to imprison the royal family and later sentenced King Louis XVI and his wife, Queen Marie Antoinette, to death. After this period of destruction and chaos, elections were held and the newly formed assembly was called the Convention. On 21st September 1792, the Convention abolished monarchy and declared France a republic. As a republic, France no longer had a king. The people of France would be ruled by a government elected by them. The Convention of 1792 also granted voting rights to all men above 21 years, irrespective of their economic status, unlike the earlier Constitution of 1791 that restricted voting rights to the upper and middle classes. France continued to face political upheavals in the years that followed, but the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity had taken root and had begun to inspire similar ideologies and political movements in various parts of Europe and the world.